So is it live? Okay. Oh, oops. We have it on the wrong. Well, it doesn't matter.
On the wrong what?
I said we're starting on the wrong picture, and then I was like, we're not starting yet. We're not live yet.
Let me just make it down low.
I would listen for you, but I don't have a way to access it.
I'm listening from.
Okay, cool. So we all sound equal. And by we all, I mean us two, I guess. You, I'm getting my nice mic. Me, I'm using my shitty one.
Don't worry, I have a fan going in the background to dampen the quality. No, I forgot to add another output capture for the logos here.
That's a move.
That's why we run test.
Yes, it is. I don't even know what that means. Yes, it is. So we'll be completely quiet until the second screen shows up then.
Yeah.
Cool.
The starting and ending screens both
So we'll be completely quiet until the second screen shows up.
don't have us talking.
Nice. Huh.
The starting
Huh.
and
That's so cool. That's so weird.
ending screens don't have us.
Wow, I didn't know it could be this complex. I think our voices could be a bit louder.
Louder? Okay.
I think mine could be a bit louder because my mic's low quality. Alternatively, I could just do this and bring it closer.
I'll bring us up a little louder, especially you.
Okay. Alternatively, I could just do this and bring it closer.
I'll bring us up a little louder, especially you.
Okay.
Alright, I brought you up a little louder, and I'm gonna do that for the other sides as well.
Okay. I shall tell you when it loads.
Okay, I brought you up a little louder, and I'm gonna do that for the other sides as well.
Okay. I shall tell you when it loads. I sound fine now. You sound really quiet.
Alright. I can fix that.
I shall tell you when. Okay. Do I have two streams open?
No, it's because I had the stream going in the back along with our stream.
Oh!
So I can listen.
Me panicking. What's happening?
Don't worry. We got it.
Okay.
Alright, talk more for me?
Okay, hello. My name is Caitlin. I like to listen to Interlunium. It's my favorite. I actually made it. I designed everyone and murdered myself because that's how I live.
Alright, now you can listen to yourself.
Okay. I'd still turn yourself up a bit, but I think I sound fine now.
Alright, I'll turn mine up to the same level as yours.
Okie dokie.
Alright, we should be good there.
Okay. Okay. So let's go to the loading.
live.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Well. If it isn't
Well.
our Lunalas, our special Lunalas, because y'all are our patrons so far. Yeah, this is our awkward before stream, I guess. Right, just to start off, since it's just patrons at the moment who are being allowed in, that'll be for another 15 minutes or so. We're just gonna answer questions that you guys might have. We know that it's probably been very dry. As you may have remembered, we were taking a break, or attempting to take a break. If I would let my staff take a break. Most of us were taking a break as, not me and the staff, but the voice actors were taking a break as we prepared for what's next to come, which is always fun. So if you have any questions, concerns, things you just want to ask, feel free. That's all we're going to be doing during this initial time before stream starts, and then when it starts, we'll continue the Q&A until people pop in, and then after then, we'll start announcing certain things and showing off certain things that we're excited. So
Yes.
Very
yeah,
excited.
and we lost 2 viewers crying.
It's okay.
Oh, have you guys noticed that we have reached 14,000 subscribers?
Yes,
I didn't notice that until now.
I'm very happy. I feel so blessed.
Yay! Let's celebrate.
Yes, let's have a party.
Let's have a party. Stream party.
For everyone who's here, even though it's just a few people, I'm Momoki. Then we have Midge, who is our graphic designer. And then we have Theo, who composed the level up and mixes all of our stuff.
Hey, I am Theo, or Rezion.
Someone asked, how did you go about approaching different voice actors for the original group? Did you ask a bunch that you already liked or put out an open audition thingy? How I did that was, Interlunium was my brainchild, so I had certain voices in mind, and a lot of them were voices of my friends. So, like, you know, I've followed Liz for a long time. We've talked before. I love Liz to death, so I was like, I want her to be a part of this because I know we both have a deep affection for idols, and that's kind of how it was for the rest of the group as well. It was just people who were my friends, who were really close to me, that I wanted to work with more and give an opportunity to be in a fun project, and then people I really looked up to, who was like, I'd love to work with these people more. So that's how it went about it. I didn't hold open auditions of any sort for the original group. It was very much just me asking my friends and people who I wanted to work with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And everyone said yes.
Yes, thankfully. No one
Yes
said
or
no, which is surprising.
It's yes or no.
Also,
Oh,
no, you're not. If you look at this picture that's currently on screen, the stream screen, you can see the pictures and the Amy Inasuola that you couldn't really see in the actual video. But
yeah.
of the pictures up at top, they're actually of Rinko and her twin sister, Shiki. So, you didn't get to see those before, so I'll probably bring that up again. But in case you like things that were supposed to be Easter eggs that you didn't see, there they are.
Yep.
If you like that kind of thing.
Yeah, if you're into that, Aki Ripped and Amy Inasuola.
We love Easter eggs.
Yeah, we love our hiding things.
We love our wrestler idols.
Yeah, we do.
And Amy Nasuola.
That was a legendary.
That was amazing. That was some good time.
Yeah, it was.
How did you come up with character designs and personalities?
I just like to draw. I'm not a very good artist, but I like to draw. So when I was drawing, I love idols. I play a lot of Idolmaster. and I just kind of had the idea. I was like, what if I just started an idol group? Because I was doing a lot of chorus battles, which are a thing in the Utaite community, and I was just like, this is so unproductive. I don't make anything off of this. Me and all my friends are working hours and hours a day on this thing, and none of us get profit or barely any recognition for it after it's over. And the group disbands, you know, after it's over. So you really only do so much together, and it's not like a consistent thing. And I wanted to make what I would, you know, hope would be a successful collaborative project, but I didn't want it to be like people's OCs and stuff. So I had that idea, but I didn't know that that was going to be Interlunium until I was just drawing. And I love doing character design. No one hires me for character design but myself. So I was just doing character design for myself, and you know, just drawing. And I drew Rinko because I was like, what would, if I made my ideal idol type based on what I think my ideal type is, what would she look like? And it's hilarious because I was supposed to play Rinko, and then I drew Junko, and then I looked at her and I was like, oh god, my heart. My heart's been stolen. There really wasn't like this process. Now, in newer characters, I do try to kind of theme them a little bit. But definitely all the originals, they weren't meant to, like some of them, like I knew Megumi was going to be a Yamato Nadeshiko when I was drawing her. So I knew that that was going to kind of be her personality, but I didn't want her to also just be that. I wanted her to be playful and kind of like Fox-like and very intelligent. So like whenever Amy shows up, she's like, stop acting like that. I'll kill you. So it's just kind of, the more of their character and personality came from looking at the drawings and saying, what would this person be like? Why would they look this way? What is their personality that they enjoy? Like Junko, her hair is dyed, and even when I drew her, I knew her hair was going to be dyed pink. And I was just, it was like, why? Why would she have pink hair? And you know, thinking about those kinds of things, and that will help build the character personality. That's just my process, and I think it's kind of backwards, so maybe don't try to imitate it. But yeah, that's how I personally come up with my character designs.
Yeah, I'd buy those posters too.
Yeah, same. I would hang them up on my wall so it doesn't look so empty in my room.
It would give me strength.
Oops, that's not what I want to do. I'm setting up the announcement so I can just paste and go instead of having to type it again twice. Twice!
Oh my god.
Yeah. So apart from that, we're just chilling. Was it an original plan to make the songs in 3 languages? Was there any difficulty that came with this? It's okay. No, please, Rachel, you can ask as many questions as you want. This is your time.
Yeah.
No one else is asking, so don't feel like you can't ask anything. I really like idol music, but I also know that there's some people who, for example, aren't really a fan of English dubs, or aren't really a fan of Japanese and would much rather listen to K-pop. So when I was doing it, I was like, I would really like to be able to do it in English and Japanese, but also Korean, because I love K-pop. I love to bop to K-pop, so I figured other people would like to as well. So that was my reasoning behind that, and now it's just standard because that's where the majority of idol fans are: Japan, Korea, and America. So I think producing it in all 3 languages, it's hard. It's not easy. That's probably the most time-consuming thing, because otherwise everyone would just have to record the song once. But instead of just taking 1 month for all 11 singers to record, it ends up taking 3 to 4 months because of just the sheer amount that they have to record, and plus translation. So it's a huge undertaking, and it's part of the reason why our stuff can take really long to release. But me personally, I'm personally fine making 3 different language versions now, rather than being like, oh, let's revisit this song in the future and make another language version.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't know if we're ever going to be able to revisit a piece. So I'd rather just do everything we can for it. and have a big release and make it take a little longer than skip out and just release in English or something, even though it would be easier and much cheaper. But yeah, that's just the kind of thought process and stuff behind it. Theo can talk about the pains of having to mix a song 3 times.
I was just gonna say, I think it's really good that we are doing Korean as well, because our team consists of like both K-pop fans and J-pop fans, and just
Like Theo.
yeah, me. I'm personally a very huge fan of K-pop, while Momo, of course, loves all the
I love
those
everything.
Japanese pop and K-pop and everything.
And Ariana Grande.
And Ariana Grande, we all love Ariana Grande. But yeah, I don't know what I should say.
Oh my god.
Exactly. You believe God is a woman. But anyway, I don't know what to say about having to mix 3
He wants to say that it's
versions.
suffering, but he doesn't want to complain.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I'm getting paid for it, so
Yeah,
it's fine.
You get paid, so it's not like you're doing it for free.
Exactly.
So it makes it all okay.
Yes. If I get money for it, then it's all good.
Now, if you weren't getting paid, then you might have a little bit of a different opinion.
Yep.
Me, I'm never working with Interlunium again. They ask for so much and never give anything in return. Honestly, that's a mood, though,
Yeah.
with CBs. I refuse to
yeah.
join a CB ever again.
I'm
Maybe
retired.
like one more CB.
No.
Just have if we
No.
just have a bunch of people who are
Let's do
super
an
awesome at what they
Interlunium
do.
CB.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
We have 2 more questions. How will the rival groups be incorporated? And then Kirena asked, in regards to voice acting, what do you guys find most enjoyable about it? So the rival groups are going to be incorporated. This will be talked about more in stream, so I actually don't know if I can answer this question a lot. But they're going to get their own music. Now, obviously, I want the main focus of Interlunium to be on the titular group, Interlunium. But I love the rivals, and so they're going to get music, and they'll be incorporated in story. And that's mainly where their focus is going to be. They're probably not going to, unless we get a lot of funding, which would be awesome, because I'd love to give every group like an endless amount of songs, but they'll probably only have like 1 or maybe 2 or 3 if we get lucky in terms of funding. And for the voiceover question, I have been voice acting since I was 11, so I just find it really, really enjoyable, because it's what I like to do with my time. It's really nice to get into that character and get into their mindset, and it's all looking at from a different person's perspective and being like, how would they react in this situation? I think a lot of people misinterpret, and they're like, oh, it's about doing this silly voice, but it's really, the voice is, to me, the least important part of it. It's really, if I get a good actor, then I know that they can do effectively anything, and if their voice fits even more, that's even better. But they can do voice manipulation, but the most important thing is acting, and I think that's what's most fun for me, is trying to figure out why and like what motivates what they're saying and what kind of tactics motivate what they're saying. So that's, I think, what's most fun for me, is just really getting into it and bringing it to life, I guess.
Yeah. I think, well, I haven't done any voiceover stuff, but I mean, I've been singing, of course. So I'd say what's fun about it for me, or what I'm looking forward to if I manage to get a voiceover job, would be to just like hear yourself in a well done finished product. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's nice.
also really fulfilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like when you make a song and then you hear yourself in it and you sound good. It's
Yeah.
just, rewarding.
Okay, let's make the live stream live. We have
It's time
few
to open the
seconds.
floodgates.
Yeah, open the floodgates, flood glands.
Ew.
I don't like it. I should probably tweet it as well, but I don't feel like signing out of my Twitter. Why am I so lazy?
Alright, it's been made live.
Oh, heck yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm so sorry. God, why do you guys let me? Why am I allowed to run this project? Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a good day thus far. It's still quite early in the evening, if you consider it early. We're living streaming. I love living streaming.
Living. We live, baby.
Live streaming.
How do you spell English words?
Which one?
All of them. We're live streaming. Feel free to join us for some special announcements. Heart. Gotta add my heart emoji so everyone knows how much I love them. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining and hanging out with us today. We hope it'll be a good time. We have some fun stuff to talk about. But first we're going to start with a Q&A so people have time to, see the announcement and join. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Currently here with me is our graphic designer, Midge, then me, and then we also have Theo, our audio engineer and song composer.
Hey.
Yeah.
Someone asked, do you plan to do the songs in other languages? I mean, not just Japanese, English, Korean. No.
No.
Doing it in this many languages is already expensive enough and already a huge feat. So I don't think it's something that's realistic because it's already hard to do it in the languages we do, even though we'd love to be able to do that, but we'll leave that to the fans, I think.
When will Midge rap again because he's sick? Midge will never rap again because Midge is retired.
Oh my god.
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Everyone only works for Interlunium now.
I sold my soul.
Honestly. Hello, Nemi. Hello, Shocking Jolteon. Hello, Namito. And someone just said PogChamp, so I'm not responding to that.
I don't know what that means.
Hello, Perfect Fairy. Nemu asks, how do you know when you'll have enough funding for another, or do you know when you'll have enough funding for another single? Thank you so much for Interlunium. Thank you, Nemi.
Googly eyes. Googly eyes emoji.
Hi, Dom!
Hey, Dom!
Hi!
It all depends on, and we've said this before, but it all depends on how successful our Patreon is. Obviously, if, we get like $1,000 to $2,000 a month and that remains consistent, we'll be really good for funding. We really won't have to worry about funding at that point. But even where we're at, it's getting to a point where it's getting more stabilized, but still it's not, solid. So we're just trying to build that solid basis. So I don't really know when we'll have enough to do another big Interlunium song, but we're gonna do our best to do our best for you. How is everyone today? I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm good.
Someone said, why the names Interlunium and Kerberos? Pastel Project is a little more obvious. Well, Kerberos is actually the Greek name for Cerberus, which you'd think that we should have just brought that over, but I guess not. But Kerberos is the three-headed dog that Hades has in Hades. So there's three of them. You've seen what they look like. So, I mean, pretty self-explanatory, IMO, once you understand what Kerberos is. So I hope that clears that up. With Interlunium, it was just a consensus that the group came to, space themed.
Yeah.
Our favorite.
We all love space.
Someone asked for a refresher of who is here. I'm Momoki, the creator of Interlunium. I am also the voice of Junko. Then we have Midge. Introduce
I do
yourself.
the logos and everything.
Yep, and then we have Theo, or Rezion.
Yes, please call me Rezion
I'm
in the
sorry.
5 streams.
It's hard, okay?
It's okay. I'll call you Caitlin.
That's fine.
Just kidding.
We're using
I don't care.
government
Call me
names now.
whatever.
Someone stumbled upon us through Spotify.
Oh.
Which
Thank
is,
you for coming. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
Yes.
Hello, Belgium. The boy is Rezion.
What's up, Belgium?
Rezion is our composer and mixer. Do we see a game or anime in the future? I hope so. But nothing. That's a very far away dream that I'm not going to try and think about too much until I finish what is already on my plate. But I mean, if a Japanese anime company wanted to reach out and collaborate and make a Interlunium anime, I would not be averse. What?
Someone said, Rezion, call him that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Angry. Someone said, out of every Interlunium member, who is the real gamer girl? Now, if we're talking about the characters, then it's probably definitely Chio.
Yeah.
In real life, I want to say it's probably most definitely Lily.
Yeah.
Being a big Twitch streamer and all.
Yep.
Oh no, YouTube, please don't demonetize us for mentioning. Who's the artist for the character designs and all? It's so freaking beautiful. So Araceli does the main art. It is freaking beautiful, right? Like, just stare at that picture for a bit. Like, I'm sweating. It's so it's so
I'm
good.
amazed.
But I did most of the character designs. Actually, funny enough, all of Kerberos, I just kind of let Aru go off. And so she actually designed the Kerberos boys, and I just told her what I wanted them to be like.
So you kind of brainstormed and then you picked with her
Yeah,
what they looked like.
yeah. So that was a collaborative, but yeah, that's... If you're asking who does the art, it's our beautiful, beautiful Araceli.
Hi, Kazu.
Someone's- Kazu, hello!
Hi!
I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for
Yeah.
popping in. Someone said, I first discovered the group through Lily Pichu CV, but I've actually been following Momoki since your Yandere Simulator Mystic Messenger videos. Thank
You're a
you.
Momoki
We got a
fan.
veteran.
Yes. Nemi asked, where did you get the name for Utobe? I know everyone jokes about YouTube, but like, is there something else? No. I actually, I wanted his name to be Yu because I like the name Yu, and I was just looking at last names and I was like, I don't want another really basic one because I feel like I pick really, really basic last names. And I found Tobe and I was like, I don't hear that often. And then I put his name next to each other and I was like, oh no. And I was like, well, it's too late to change it now. Even though I had plenty of time. If there really was an Interlunium anime, would the singers do the voices for the characters or only the singing, possibly due to availability? Also, do the singers do both English and Japanese? Oh, would they? I mean, I'd hope. Because obviously someone can't just come and take Interlunium and the characters and be like, yeah, this is ours now. Because that would be illegal. But if someone collaborated with us, I think, at least in the English, I'd let the Japanese do whatever they want, because even though I'd love for us to be able to reprise our roles, I just don't think it's doable for us to reprise it in Japanese, because they'd want a Japanese cast and have them be able to potentially perform if that did become a thing. And that just wouldn't be doable with us, so I'd probably let them do whatever they want for the Japanese, but we would all... one of my requirements would be that they have to English dub it, and my cast has to be in the English dub and has to reprise their roles.
True.
Someone asked, do you have finalists for the Kerberos boys? No, because we have 15 days left.
Yes.
How much time do you practice to sing a song? Easy to hit the high notes? I personally practice for like a while, like a day, and then I spend one day recording, and it's just warming up. It's not like the notes are necessarily hard to hit. I can sing pretty high though. I don't know about the others. That's just
Yeah, I'm curious
speaking
about
for
the
myself.
others.
Yeah.
Because you get more time to practice when we work on lyrics together.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Someone said, everyone's working so hard. You guys are great, and I love you so much. Keep it up.
Aw,
Thank
thank
you. We'll try. Who are your guys' favorite Kerberos guys? Well, not Ski Ichinose. Let me tell. I'm just kidding. He
You
is my
mean
favorite,
Yacht
though.
Daddy?
Oh my god. He's not Yacht Daddy. He's a Plant Daddy.
Oh my god.
So
does
he
that even
grows
mean?
plants on the yacht.
I don't know who's my favorite.
Oh
Who's
my
your
god.
favorite, Maya?
I like YouTube because, you know, he's more than my height. YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess you can't like someone who's 6'2" and you're so short.
I beg to differ.
Someone asked, do you guys sing the songs in different languages on the list? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but we only do our songs in English, Japanese, and Korean. Then someone else asked, for those who don't know what Interlunium is entirely, aka me, can you give a brief summary or a long one? I just discovered it, you all this week from a Discord group I just joined.
Well, welcome.
Oh,
Thank
thanks
you
for
joining.
being here.
Yeah, we are very happy to have you. If it's not our Discord server you're in, you can actually go in our description and join yourself. The link is there in our social media, and we talk a lot there. Interlunium is a virtual idol group. It's technically, I would call it an anime idol group, but it's not an anime, so I didn't think that was particularly fitting. But it's effectively just they're characters from a story, and we make music of them, and eventually maybe they'll have a story. Yeah, and it's just a like any other idol group, like Love Live or Idol Master, except not made by a big company and with no game, just, you know, very self-run and self-funded at first. Now we have very awesome fans who are helping us to continue creating Interlunium, which is fantastic. Any tips for fellow directors of large groups? Know when to stop. Sometimes it is too big, but just, you know, it's really just whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. Just don't overdo it. Know your limits.
Whoa.
Cry. Let it all out.
It's okay.
Who
to
is the
cry
best?
sometime.
Yeah. Someone said, who is the best girl for you all? Junko.
Amy.
Kazue.
Amy. Nice.
Is there gonna be more songs focused on certain characters, or is it only for level up? In the future, I'd like to do mid songs and have it be more focused on that specific idol, but to the quality and immense work of level up, I don't know if we'll ever have something like that again, just because it costs so much. Obviously I'd love to, but if we do reach that source of funding, then I would love to do that. I love center songs, and I'd love to give the other girls an opportunity to shine. Since Rinko was the center 2 times in a row, I think whatever song we do next will move her out of the spotlight a bit and give one of the other girls a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Who? We don't know yet, but we'll find out. Hi, this might be a weird question, but how do you handle like making sure everyone's gonna meet a deadline? We set a deadline and everyone's paid, so if they don't make it, then they get yelled at. So everyone just kind of makes the deadline, or else I yell at them. And I'm like, you got paid, and you're going to let down our fans and me, and I'll cry. So you better not miss it.
But that doesn't happen a lot. So
Yeah, no one. I don't have to yell at anyone ever. All of the girls in our group are fantastic and always make deadlines, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Nachi said hello, so hello. We hope you have a fun time while you're able to hang around. Did you see the animation / art of the video before someone uploaded to YouTube? Yes. There was a very long process. I helped base coloring the art. We had to make sure that it was very perfect, and until it was perfect, we did not upload, which is why our actual video was actually somewhat late.
Yeah. We try to help each other as much as possible.
Yeah, it's definitely a collaborative.
Even if it's just like moral support.
Yeah.
Being in call with them while they work.
Yeah, no one's ever really left alone.
Yeah. We would never do that to someone. They clarified their question. They meant, do we sing the songs in Japanese and Korean? Yes. So some of our cast reprised. All of our cast is reprised for the Japanese version. However, for the Korean, not many of us are able to speak Korean, so we do have a unique cast. But also we have some very, very lovely Korean ladies who are so fantastic, and if you haven't checked out their channels, I would highly recommend it because they're awesome.
They're amazing.
Someone asked, have you guys ever thought about going to other countries or conventions soon? Like, for example, like the upcoming AFA, maybe for fan meet. We all live in different places, and plane tickets are very expensive. So if a con invites us, aka, so if you guys recommend us and say, please, bring Interlunium to your con, I want to see them. And if enough people email them, then they could potentially reach out to us and be like, hey, we want you here. But yeah, so that's, if you want to see us at a con near you, then that's what you gotta do, because we probably can't travel there. When am I coming out with a good new cover? That's a good question. Anyways, let's start. Let's start the actual. So that was just the Q&A section of our stream, and now we actually do have some announcements. I know you've been waiting an eternity, it probably feels like, to hear something from us. I just want to clarify that I'm not going to give specifics here on stream. We're just going to mention certain things, but we're going to give specifics later in the actual Patreon. So if you're a patron of ours, even if it's just donating $1 a month, you will get to see some information that's not announced here, but otherwise, yeah, we're going to talk about it all. So Midge, our great, fantastical graphic designer, has been working on some logos for Kerberos and Pastel Project, so that way you can have something to identify them with. These won't be posted right away for download, but we'll get them up eventually, and you guys can have them and, you know, be able to relish in them. They look really great, so if you haven't swapped the slide over, Midge, feel free to now.
Alright. And bada boom.
So as you can see, Kerberos is very, very sharp, and it's got a little devil tail because they're bad boys. And Pastel Projects I really love. I think Maya did a phenomenal job. Obviously, from the logo, you can see the double P,
pretty.
right?
It's so creative.
Right? It's so nice. We are so happy with these, and we're so blessed to have Midge on our team. Like, yes. Who even are you?
Well, you see.
So yeah, these are our current logos. For these, they will not change, so I don't know why I said current. Unless Maya wants to change something about them, then he can feel free to. But yeah, Kerberos are the devils and Pastel Pro are the angels.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're really excited about these. I like having logos. Having logos is so nice because it makes it so much easier. Moving on, we don't have a new picture for this one, but many people have been asking about the story of Interlunium. How did this group even get together? Like, why do they exist? Who even are these girls? you know, why should I care about them? And honestly, same. So me and
Valid
Asa,
question.
or Asapt, have been working together. I've had a story in mind, a canonical storyline, but I am not a good writer, and I will say that right off the bat, that my writing is not good at all. So I've been working with Asa, who's been checking my writing, making sure that it's not completely awful, and helping me all the way through. And we've been trying to lock down a canonical storyline. We're currently around 5 chapters in. Hopefully, we'll be able to publish that and get it up and running in about like 2-3 months. I don't want to say anything for final because honestly, I don't know, but hopefully we'll be able to work on that and get that out to you so you guys can enjoy the Interlunium girls as much as we do. I will say that don't expect to see Pastel Project or Kerberos yet because it's not going to, it's just going to focus on like the group creation and stuff like that. So don't get too hyped on like, you're not going to get the full story. It's going to be quite long. So we're going to upload it and update it in chunks instead of trying to do it all at once, because then you'll be waiting a really, really long time. Yeah, please give us time to make sure that it's all perfected, but we are working on that slowly but surely. So you can be very, or as excited as you'd like to be, but don't overhype it. My writing is not very good. So don't overshoot your expectations.
Sock is here.
Hello, Saku.
Hello, Swaku.
Yeah. So moving on, we have another quite special announcement that we haven't gotten to talk about publicly at all. We're not going to announce specifics again, just for clarification. So no one answer any specific questions if any get asked, but we are obviously producing a big single with all 11 singers. Takes quite a long time, and mixing 3 different mixes with all 11 singers takes a really long time. So to kind of like take a break and give everyone some time to, you know, relax and just kind of chill out, we are working on solo singles for some of the girls. I'm not going to say who, but just know that that's in the works. I don't know when we're going to start seeing those, but they will start coming into, they're being created. They're in the process of being created. We will hopefully be able to start releasing those, I want to say within the next 4 months, but we'll do our best to get them out faster than that. We're going to stagger them. They're not all going to come out at once. But yeah, so look forward to that. And then, yeah, Lena will not have a single. I will tell you that right off the bat. You can pray all you want, but yes, Asa, thank you. You are definitely getting a solo song, but only if you pay for it. Yeah, so
money.
if you would like to pay for yourself, then sure, I'm sure Thea will compose the song for you if you pay him. I don't know if it'll be able to be released under Interlunium, but
Oh my
Get a
god.
song.
yeah, you can get a song. Theo's commissions, I'm sure, are always open to,
As
you
long
know.
as you pay me.
What else do we have that we can talk about? Obviously, we have the Kerberos boys if you'd like to switch to their
Oh yeah.
side. Oh yeah, our boys.
Yeah.
We have the Kerberos boys. The auditions are still going for any of you who are on the fence or still thinking about auditioning or are nervous. And Namito, you can feel free to ask questions. We'll answer them whenever we're done announcing stuff. But if you want to audition for Kerberos, we still want you. No one has been cast. There are no final. Well, there obviously we're sorting so we can get through, but there's no technical finalists. No one's got the role. No one's been cast. No one will be cast until after the 15th. Auditions end on the 15th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time in America. So please, 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 if you want to audition, we want to hear from you, and we're getting so many amazing auditions. And we are so excited because we love these boys as much as I'm sure you all do. And we want to make sure that we find the perfect voices So definitely, if you're on the fence, just go for it. You never know. Maybe you're the one that we're looking for. Someone said, "Hi, dead ass." Oops. Wait, I shouldn't swear. I tried out for so many idol companies since I wanted to be an idol, and this is my final shot. Do your best, Alice. Even if you don't have the equipment, you never know. If it might be high quality enough, so long as it's not really, really bad. You can always, and if you're above 18, of course, preferably. Yeah, because it's nice not to have to, you know.
Get your parents to sign up permissions.
Yeah.
I do not love it when you use a webcam mic. Jeff, stop spreading lies. Someone said, what would be the hours of work expected of a Kerberos member per week? If you were to get cast, now it really won't be all that much. I think the voice actors probably have the least, I mean, it's still a lot of work, so don't take this the wrong way. But from everyone in the group, they probably have the least amount of work. Because, you know, you just get lines, you do them as fast as you can. And, you know, I critique them, ask for redos if need be. Theo asks for redos on your vocals, but really, it depends on your own recording schedule. But say you're doing singing and voiceover, I'd expect, at least for the time being, to only have around 2, 3, maybe 4 hours of work, depending on how long or how slow you take. Obviously, you'll get more in the future, but that's currently all we have planned for is, you know, a potential song and, you know, voiceover lines that we will give you. So, and obviously it will be paid. Now the payment will be quite low because we don't have money, but we will do our best to make sure that everyone still gets their dues so we can pay for everything correctly and make sure that no one is terribly underpaid. Can we call them Kerber bros because they're bros? No. Actually, you can call them whatever you want. I don't care. As long as you don't call them something mean. I love them. I love them a lot. Who drew the Kerberos gang? Our main artist, Araceli. She draws all of our art. So, yeah, that's all we had to talk about today. It was quite short. I didn't intend for this to be a super long stream, but I think we'll hang out for as long as these two nerds want to hang out for, and for as long as you guys want to ask questions. So feel free to just go off. Just a reminder to you two, if you're not sure about how to answer a question, then don't answer it. Don't want to leak any information. But after this, we're gonna go and I'm gonna make a Patreon post talking about some of the idols who will be getting singles. So if you're interested in hearing about that kind of information, then please, please, please check out our description of this video and go to our Patreon and consider just donating just $1 a month, and you'll have access to all that information, and it'll really help us out. We do have plans for new songs. Of course we do. We're always trying to, we're always working on something, even when we lie and say we're taking a break and then proceed to not take a break. What's a GC? Will there be like
General
a GC
chat.
where all the idols can communicate? We have a chat in our Discord where we all talk, but it's private.
Yeah.
If you mean like a roleplay kind of, oh, you're asking for if you get cast. Yeah, we have that. You'll be added to it if you get added to our cast. The brown-haired boy is looking more like a bad boy than the blonde. Will there ever be auditions for female voices? Not in our plans. I don't want to say never because I don't know. We may change our minds in the future if our brand grows enough, but currently we have no plans at all for holding auditions for female voices because all of the Interlunium girls are cast, all the female rivals are cast. Currently, we have no plans for anything else. If we do decide to do side character stuff in the future, or like a visual novel type thing to portray the story, then maybe we might look for something like that, but I don't personally see that being a big thing. So don't hold your breath, but don't lose all hope either.
Person asks if you can add a Patreon level that increases your audition chances. No!
Well, if you donate $5,000 a month, then I'll increase, and you have to keep that up for 5 months.
Oh my god.
No, sorry. It's all about who's best for the, role. It's not really about who has the most money or who has the most subscribers. I really don't care about those kinds of things for who we're casting. I want who's best. I want whoever's going to be able to portray the character the best. So, yeah, those things don't matter to me. $1 million, and you get Junko's last name. Will we ever make choreography for our songs in the future? We want to. We really, really want to, but choreography is expensive, and then we'd probably have to either somehow do the dances ourselves or pay someone to make 3D models, which would be around 11,000 just for the initial 11 girls, probably more than that. And then pay an animator, which would be even more money, and it would probably end up being around 50,000 to produce one single with that stuff all in mind. So I would love to, but it's just not really realistic at the moment. The logo looks all pointy and stuff because they're all bad boys. Look at you, true bad boy. The biggest bad boy.
Absolutely.
So you all are still recruiting people. Are you looking for artists by chance? I mean, you could always send your stuff. If you are interested in working with us, you can send it to me in a DM. Obviously, don't try to make friendly conversation because you can do that in the server as long as you're not tagging me or any of the idols. But yeah, just send me your portfolio, send me your resume, send me your pricing, and I'll definitely get back to you if it's what we're looking for. But currently, we don't really have any openings. But if we do, I definitely would consider it, especially if someone really fits what we need as a group. Wow, y'all are so awesome. Thank you for answering all the questions. You're welcome.
Aw, you're welcome.
We try. We love y'all. So I bet her name is just Junko last name.
No.
Someone's asking for my YouTube channel.
Look up Rezyon, spelled R-E-Z or Z Y-O-N, and then you will find he's the only one who will come up.
Yeah.
I almost said, guys, Rezyon's completely forgetting.
That's a mood, though.
The sunken place.
Someone said, would you ever consider looking for an animator for your team? I don't know what kind of animation you mean, but like...
Are we talking motion graphics or actual animation?
If it's like 2D animation where you're gonna hand draw or virtually draw everything and make it like a anime style animation, then maybe in the future. But it might be a little much. We'll probably stick with what we have now. But if you mean like 3D animation, potentially, but not anytime soon, and if you mean like the kind of animation we already do for our videos, maybe, but I'm pretty happy with the people we have on our team now, so I don't see me taking away their jobs at the moment to give to other people. Asa, I'll kill you. Said, give me tickets for a Twice concert and I'll leak the last name. Asa doesn't even know the last name. I'm sorry. I hope
you can give me Twice
Oh
tickets
my God.
if you want.
No, you don't. I tell everyone a different last name, so they all think they know it and they all feel special, but they don't actually know it.
I read
And
it
that's
on
how I
the-
keep it a secret.
I read it on the Google Doc page.
No, that's not real. It's been changed since then.
Okay, whatever. Next question.
Keep trying. The only one who knows is me, so if I get amnesia and forget, then no one will know her last
Oh
name.
my god.
I mean, don't get intimidated just because you haven't put in your audition. As we already said, we haven't found anyone for the roles yet.
It's
currently.
fair game for everyone.
Yeah, it's fair game. It's not like it's a oh well, your chances are running low. Like everyone still got a fair chance. Everyone who's auditioned and everyone still who has yet to turn it on. We haven't picked anyone yet. We still have no idea what we want these characters to sound like. The only people who have listened to them is me to make sure that none of the files are corrupt, and Dom to make sure none of the files are corrupt after they're uploaded to our thing. And then we're gonna get our group together and listen and hopefully cast after the 15th. Not anytime sooner than that. Someone said Junko Undertale. No. And now Asa's mad. Because Asa. Junko Konu. Oh, that's Junko kind of backwards. No. Rezian, can you say I've come up with a new recipe?
I've come up with a new recipe. I don't know why you want me to say that.
Junko Mago. Mago?
Magoo.
Magu? Why Magoo?
Next question.
Would you consider posting the 4-panel comics to another platform? We've been thinking about it, but we haven't made any decisions yet. It would probably be via Webtoon, but we haven't made any decisions for now. They're just gonna stay on our Twitter. I think until we get like 50 or something. I don't want to go to like Webtoon, but maybe we will. Who knows? Well, we'll see. We're working on it.
Oh, Jeff, is that something he says? I haven't actually played the games, the Final Fantasy
Just
games.
ignore Jeff. Jeff
Okay.
is
He pointed out that my persona looked like Ignis from Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
At least
you do.
in the
Your
picture,
OC does look like Ignis.
At least
Final Fantasy.
the profile picture I have on Discord right now.
It does. All of your art of your
Yeah.
character looks like Ignis.
No, it doesn't. Shut up.
Asa, you still can't leak it because people will believe you even if it's wrong. And if you leak it, and what if you're the person I gave the right one to? If you leak it, you'll get killed, and then you'll break NDA, and then I'll take you to court. So, even if you
you'll
think
be dead in court too.
her name is actually Jungkook, yes, indeed it is.
Oh my gosh.
I love my Jungkookie. Happy birthday, Jungkook!
Is it his birthday?
생일 축하합니다. 생일 축하합니다.
축하합니다.
생일 축하합니다, Jungkook. 생일 축하합니다. And many
How
more.
it goes.
I know it's not. I don't know how the middle. It's like sound. But I'd rather say something rather than do that.
Okay, true.
I love BTS. Someone said, I just got on the live. I wanted to know, if not answered yet, when will you announce the voice actors for the characters? Is it going to be at the deadline or sometime after the 15th of September? So, at least in my experience, how auditions usually go is you get a majority of them at the beginning and a majority of them within like the last few hours on the last day. So I would give us like a week to figure out casting and everything and get everyone's opinions and figure out really who we're going to cast. It's definitely not going to be an immediate thing. We're going to want to probably find a fun way to announce them. So yeah, probably a week, 2 weeks, probably a month at most after the auditions, but we'll probably try to figure it out pretty soon. So don't panic, just if you get cast, we'll probably try to email you within the first week. If you do not get cast, you will not be getting an email. So if you don't get an email, I'm sorry. I know how hurtful it can be when you're like, I'm waiting. Maybe there's still a chance. So, yeah, but just, send it in. No one's going to be picked until after the 15th. So even if you send it in literally a minute before auditions close, you'll be fine. But just as a warning, if you send it even a minute after the deadline at 11:59 p.m. CST, then it will have to be deleted just because those are our rules. So please, please, please make the deadline because we want to work with people who we know can make our deadlines. Yeah. And that will hurt us very much. So please don't turn in late auditions because I will cry. I myself will personally cry over your audition and say, I'm so sorry, as I click the delete button as tears are streaming down my face.
Oh my god.
Go on live just
dramatic.
crying.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why.
I don't get it. We probably you will not hear any of the auditions except for whoever gets cast. Then we'll either show their auditions or we'll have them do something else to like do an announcement as their character rather than reading the audition lines. And that way we can, direct them and it'll be fun, But yeah, I would personally don't expect to hear all the auditions. That's one of the reasons we didn't do casting call either, because we'd hate for it to potentially, go a certain way, because a lot of people are like, well, we all really liked say Momoki-chama decides to audition for Yutobe, okay? I've got a nice big enough YouTube following, and I tell my whole audience to go upvote my audition, and everyone goes and upvotes it, and then I look like the most popular one. I have a ton of comments. It stresses me out to pick that person because it looks like if I don't, then I am not picking the right voice actor, even though that's not how it works. So that's why we didn't do casting call, even though no one asked for me to answer that question. But yeah, so you'll only get to hear whoever gets cast as a final. So yeah. Someone asked, Rezion, do you have any tips for aspiring composers? Go to school.
You don't have to go to school for that.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, if you have some basic knowledge of music theory, that helps a lot. But except for that, I don't really know. If that depends on what type of genre you're doing, I guess. If you're doing pop like me, I'd say repetition. What is very important. Whichever way you can get it in, it's very, very useful. And start. If you're doing a song, start with the thing that you like doing the most. So for me, I like producing the instrumental a lot, more than writing lyrics, for example. So I always do the lyrics. I mostly do the lyrics last, and then I start with the instrumental first. Yeah, those are some things. Some advice.
Someone asked for Natsuki, his voice is the lowest of the three. An example of how low or any examples of how low his voice should be? No, I just know that his voice should be lower. I have no image of what any of their voices should really sound like in my head. I'd say no lower than Jumin Han from Mystic Messenger, because we don't want him to sound like, he should sound. He's 19, so he should sound fairly, fairly still young and, bursting with energy.
I guess.
So yeah, I wouldn't try to go too low. Definitely don't try to sound like a gruff, because it's just Natsuki. He's just supposed to sound hot. Definitely tell your friends about the audition. We'd love to, if your friends are interested, to hear them. How girly can Yutobe sound?
We don't go by that.
Yeah, I'd say if you're looking to probably what should Yutobe sound like, I really don't. I don't know.
YouTube is,
If you wanted a reference, I'd maybe say look at kind of the voice we're looking for is something like Yukiteru from Mirai Miki, but even that's not really. If he's an enigma. I don't know what I want him.
He's really fair game for anyone.
Yeah, we don't. I just kind of look at him and I don't know what he sounds like, so it's gonna be fun casting him. But if you want kind of like something to go off of, I guess that would. He can be whatever you want him to sound like. He is flexible. We have no expectations.
Were you looking for singers for Pastel Project, or were they already offered to join?
I wanted to work with all of them, but I did not want to add anyone else to the main group, so I just made Pastel Project. So that's all of them were asked and invited by me to join the group. And all of Pastel Project was was designed by me with help from Araceli and Swaku. I really look forward to when there's more than 2 songs to play in the background. Me too! I look forward to that day.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, and another question. Is it possible to give like a sample of the voice range of Yutobe? I can't quite get it right. It says contralto on the file, but it seems low for me. When I say contralto, I mean the songs are obviously going to be in a tenor to baritone voice range. For females who are auditioning, if you are a soprano, you will likely have a very hard time trying to play Yutobe, because I couldn't play Yutobe because the songs will just get too low for me, just in a range that I can't hit, or I sound like this. Theo can vouch for my low singing disabilities. So yeah, we're definitely, if contralto is like I'm not really positive what a contralto is, but I used to know.
Theo, do you know?
What was it?
A contralto.
What a contralto is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please explain, because I don't want to say it wrong.
Well, I actually saw a video about this. I think it was contralto they were talking about. It's technically a male that sounds like a female. It's
No.
kind of a controversial definition, but that was the definition that video explained to me.
I don't
Not
think
that,
that's
it's just a high alto voice.
No, it's not.
More
It's
specific.
a low alto voice.
Then why don't you look
Oh.
it up?
No!
Yeah, why don't you look it up? Why do you
Don't tell
ask
me
me
what to do. Because
explain
Theo
it?
went to school for music. You think I went to school for music?
You obviously know something.
I was in choir all my life. I started as a low alto, and then I went through female puberty, and I still sounded the same, but when I sang, suddenly I could sing really high and not hit any low notes. maybe I was castralto. Castralto? What's
I've
that?
never heard that.
Me either. No,
I-
we do not. No. Don't look it
Oh,
up.
maybe it was castrato.
No.
Yeah, no. Contralto is the lowest female singing voice.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I was right. You scared me. I was like, wow, I just misled everyone. So just you need to have a very low singing range is the point that we're getting at when we say you have to be a contralto, because if you are soprano, again, it just probably won't work. But yeah.
Literally, he is up for grabs. Just
Yeah.
do your best, send it in, and
Yeah, we will do our best
maybe all
to
it's ever be in your favor.
exactly. We're just gonna pick whoever's the best. There's a lot of competition for you. Definitely a lot of people want to go for you, but no one's cast yet. It's still open. It's still fair game. So I mean, just go for it. Just give us your interpretation. Don't worry about our interpretation. They'll tell you this in voiceover classes as well. The director just throw out what they're looking for. Throw that out the window. They don't know what they want. You just need to show them something that's going to steal their hearts. Okay, so don't worry about what Momoki-chama wants. It doesn't matter what Momoki-chama wants. What matters is your unique interpretation of the character, and that's what I want to hear. So don't try to go reference any other performance. Just
Like, we've had some really good baritones even audition for you. So
like, holy crap.
yeah. So don't feel restricted by that.
Someone asked, wait, what music school did you go to, Rezion? You might have went to the one I'm at.
Oh, are you Swedish? Because I've only studied in Sweden. I went to Lila Academy, or the little academy was my
That's so
elementary
cute.
school.
The
I
little
know,
academy.
right? That's what it's called.
Why is everything so cute?
That was my elementary school, and that's an elementary school for classical music. So
They
everyone
have
plays an
those?
instrument there. Huh?
They have those?
Yeah.
In Sweden, not in America, probably.
There has to be at least one in America.
No.
America's a big country.
No, no.
Okay. And then the gymnasium, which is basically the Swedish equivalent to high school, I went to is Rytmus. Yeah, and that's more for pop and more modern stuff.
You see, our gymnasium is something you throw basketballs in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very confused with the English terms at first. Then Ashley had to explain it to me.
So someone
like-
asked. Oh wait, no. Continue. Tell me your
no,
story.
it's fine.
No,
No,
it's
it's
okay. I want to hear about your gymnasium story.
Oh, okay. She was like, "Oh, in America, gymnasium is like a room, a classroom basically." And then she's like, "Yeah, it's like, oh, we're gonna have a gym class. That's where gymnasium comes from." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was still very confused, but yeah,
It's where we do the activities.
yeah.
Yeah.
The sports.
Someone asked how we addressed Amy and Junko's dad. I don't know what there is to address. So I
They
really
have
don't know.
fathers, so
I mean, I think they mean Amy and Akihiro. Not their dads, but Amy and Junko's dad. Sheena!
Sheena!
사랑해요. I love you.
I love you. 사랑해요.
Our queen. Sheena, I hope I'm saying that right. Is our Korean queen. She voices Chio Watanabe, so please welcome her.
I love her voice.
We all love Sheena.
Same.
pull yourself together.
No. But yeah, there's nothing to address with Amy and Junko's dad. I don't know what there would be to address. Someone said, I noticed that Interlunium has a separate Korean singers group. Will the same concept possibly apply for Kerberos or any of the other languages?
Yeah, most likely. Right?
Yeah, most likely.
Korean.
Because we've actually, please, if you speak Korean and you would like to be one of these pretty boys that you can see on screen right now, we've gotten I'm very sad to say this, and I'm sure we'll get more before the deadline, but we've only got one Korean audition, and I'm crying. we would like to be able to have everyone have their opportunity. So if you're a Korean speaker and you like these boys, feel free to go out for them for Korean. Otherwise, if we don't get enough auditions, we will just have to end up scouting people, which we'd like to end up casting people and not have to scout if that's possible. So do your best. And if you speak Korean, please go for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone asked a funny question. Which character has been auditioned for the most, and for the least? So the most is without a doubt
clear answer.
Yutobe.
Yep.
He's been auditioned for by everyone and their mom. Literally,
For real.
so many people have auditioned for Yutobe, and it's fantastic. However, it's saddening because not as many people are auditioning for the other boys. Hayate and Natsuki are pretty low we still have a lot of auditions for each of them, but it's probably like over half of the auditions are for you. Then over half of that, the half left over is for Hayate, and then the small amount left over, like under 20%, is for Natsuki. Do you mean one fluent speaker or just one that spoke it? I mean, if you sound fluent, then it works. But it's if you speak my Korean's really bad. I don't sound fluent. I just can say dumb things like, igos sagwa inida. So I would never be able to voice Junko in Korean because I can't, even though I can speak and be slightly passable in Korean. So it'd be preferable if you are, or at least can sound very fluent. Yeah, give love to Hayate and Natsuki.
Just the new guys are so pleasant to look at. Why do you think I left the screen on?
Sheena, I love you, thank you. Kamsahamnida, thank you for your compliment. I'm trying to learn from my homonym, so she'll love me. Everyone loves me. Who am I kidding?
Of course.
As I cry, bitter tears. But yeah, these new guys, I agree, they are quite pleasant to look at. We can talk about them a bit, I guess, without giving away too much if you guys want to. So, in the middle is Natsuki Ichinose. He is the lead dancer and the ace, so like the face of the group. As you can tell, he's very attractive. He's the tallest member. His color is silver, and as you can see, he has a little blue accent, so maybe he also has a liking for the color blue. But as you already may have seen from his character card, he is a botanist. So you look at him and he looks like a total bad boy, but now imagine him just being at home, just sitting on the floor with all these plants, cutting off any dead leaves, making sure all the bugs are off of it, you know, watering them, getting his hands all like covered in dirt, trying to take care of his plants, you know, cleaning up after himself after like the plant stuff gets all over the floor and going and putting them back, and just, you know, that's soft plant boy. Except he's kind of mean. Mean plant boy, not very nice, but he's so cute. I love him. And then we have Hayate Sumiyoshi. Obviously, he is bad boy. You might know the name Sumiyoshi from yet another Yakuza syndicate. Just like another idol I know from Interlunium, Amy Inakawa. So he's a total bad boy. Hair is dyed, obviously, because I mean, he clearly has some feelings for Lil Blondie, childhood friend. He likes to have a, you know, bad exterior, but he's like a overcooked cream puff, you know, like really, really hard and black on the outside, but once you really like get into it, it's just soft, you know, very, very soft, very blushy, but he likes to seem super bad. And then we have Yutobe, and there's nothing wrong with him at all. He's perfect. Look at him. Look at his smile. He's so happy. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, Jeff. That's not. I'm gonna. Goodbye.
Oh my
Banned.
god.
Mods? Yeah, Yutobe is just YouTube, and we all know how YouTube treated us at first.
Nothing wrong.
Perfect.
We love YouTube.
ASAP, shut your mouth. Yeah, Hayate also dislikes spicy things, so if you're trying to take him out on a date, then don't bring him to eat spicy food, because then he'll immediately not like you.
Then where are we going on a date for?
Wow, Yutobe is definitely a serial killer. No! The real bad boy is you, heckin' psychopath.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I mean...
We love YouTube.
Yeah, we love YouTube. We love Yutobe. What do you mean? Yutobe is fantastic. There's no foreshadowing in his name or anything like that.
Monetized.
Yeah, we're monetized, we're happy, we're living a good life. How convenient that after Yutobe was released, our channel got remonetized.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, YouTube actually it's automatic programming.
It's AI.
yeah, it's AI messed up and demonetized our channel. And we messaged them and they're like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with your channel, but you still have to wait a month to be remonetized. And then we spent 6 months in Lingo waiting and hoping. And literally like the day after we released Kerberos and Utobe, suddenly we get an email that's like, you're remonetized. And I was like, oh, so that's what you wanted this whole time. Okay.
Jeff, he's a minor.
Yeah, Jeff, Utobe is a minor. Let's not even think about that kind of stuff with them. Disgusting. Someone said, will Ume get a single as well? I would like for all the rivals to get at least one song. So whatever rival group gets a song first won't get another song until all the other rivals get a song. So we hope so, yes. She will, if funding allows, she will definitely get something. We're currently already working on a rival song right now, but you guys don't get to know what one it is. So have fun guessing.
Exactly. You would never engage on such unholy conversations.
What if we wanted to make 2 or 3 different voices for the same character? So here's what you do. I actually have this labeled on the document, but I think a lot of people didn't understand because a lot of people did not do this. So effectively what you have to do is all of your voiceover lines should be in one singular file. Do not make multiple ones. All of them, I don't care if it ends up being 10 minutes long or something like that. Put all of them in one file. What you're going to do is say you have one voice, or say you just have 2 voices you want to do, okay, or 3, all right? So say I'm auditioning for Junko, right? Obviously not a character option, but I obviously became the voice. So for my first voice, I'd, do the line, it's nice to meet you. And then for my second take, you shouldn't just do another take in the same voice. You should actually only have one take for each voice. So it shouldn't be like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. It's all the same voice. I just need I need one. Don't send me multiple. And then for the next take, so for the separate voice, it should come right after that one. So it should be like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Right after another. And then you move on to the next line and in the same kind of pattern, if that makes sense. So all of them should just be in one file. And then at the end, you label it take number. So takes 2 or 2 takes or however you want to. I think it's labeled specifically in the document, so be sure to check there for specifics. As Jeff said for you already, Will, the deadline for auditions is going to be September 15th at 11:59 p.m. CST. And if you send it even a minute after that, we will sadly have to delete it. So please be sure to make the deadline. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So, if you haven't already, please be sure to check our description and check out our Patreon. And, we'd really appreciate all that, because, any support, recommended, pledges are $1 to $10 a month. Reason being because 15th. Reason being because we want you to be able to have something you can do month after month rather than something that you'll potentially be like, oh, I did 35 this month, but now I no longer have any money and I can't give anymore. Then, please just do a small amount. We'd much rather you do a small amount and be able to keep it consistent rather than doing a large amount and then dropping it. And then, it makes us sad. It makes us cry because it makes us feel like you don't like us. Yeah, the 15th is the deadline. Thank you for enjoying our streams also, Patrick. We're glad you enjoy them. We try our best. Someone said, if we didn't make the files like that, would you like us to resend? No, it's fine. I'm not mad about it. I'll just, when I listen through your auditions, I'll probably just pick whatever one I like best and delete all your other takes. So,
Is the proper format already been mentioned on like the document?
please, yeah, please just go and read the document. Because everything is there in the rules, like except for the 11:59 p.m. CST, but I will add that in. But if you're asking questions about formatting and stuff, that is all there, and I'd really not rather have to explain it to everyone who asks. I'm happy to, but I'd much rather you just read it yourself, because, you know, I don't want to accidentally potentially say something that is incorrect from the doc or mislead you. So just please go and read the document. It has everything you could need to see in it, and it has all the information there.
Read it 3 times.
Read it 4 times. Yeah, you're welcome. Good luck. I'm looking forward to your audition. Well, you're not last minute yet. No one's
Still
trying
got
to be
some
last
time.
minute. Yeah, you got 15 days, so you'll be okay. Well, technically 16 if you count today.
Mhm.
Well, I think they said that because they were asking about the time zone.
Oh,
yeah.
CST.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said that.
It is not on white paper, but if you look at it on your phone, it'll show up that way. You have to look at it on PC, because if you have black font on a white background, it really hurts your eyes. And I have very sensitive eyes, and I figure that there are other people out there who also feel that way. So if you would like to read it, I figure you plan on recording on your computer anyway, and not on your phone. So I would recommend that you go on your computer to go look at it.
Estes, the best pizza topping is pepperoni and pineapple, my absolute favorite. So,
Talk bad about pineapple one more time, and I'll have Saku do the ban. I'm just kidding. I'm not that serious about it. Pineapple on pizza is great because it adds an unexpected flavor, and it's sweet, and it's good, but
That's
it's
what
not
I've
for
been trying to
everyone.
say.
Do you like it too?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, if you're someone like, I love Gordon Ramsay to death, but I got so mad because he spit out pineapple pizza, and I get it, it's not for everyone, but at least cherish the food that, you know, took a lot of time to develop into those things, and, you
Well,
know.
he just had pineapple on his. I've
I
never
know.
tried it with just pineapple. I've always had pepperoni and pineapple because I like the sweet and salty.
Yeah. Pineapple is not a sin. Pineapple is wonderful, and
It's
if
the
you do
only
not
way I
like
can eat
exotic
pine-
flavors, then
It's the only way I can eat pineapple anyways.
yeah, honestly, that's a mood. Anyways, we've been streaming for about an hour now. This wasn't meant to be a big stream. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these more of the bodies of the Kerberos boys, seeing Natsuki's hand reaching out to you, understanding
Hey,
Yu's pose.
can we show the logos one more time?
Yes, so for those of you who just showed up or were late, Maya, you can switch the frame whenever you'd like.
Yes, I did it.
Okay, and these are our logos for Kerberos and Pastel Project, designed by Maya, our wonderful graphic designer. Thank you so much for fixing my life. I'll be leaking these to Takafumi later, so they can put them on the Wikia.
As you can see, the P kind of looks like a peach.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Just.
As for someone asked, is there a certain octave the auditions need to be sung in? No, we had what
We
would they
have
say?
instrumentals with different different pitches,
Yep.
different keys. You can pick whichever one you feel is most comfortable for you. Yep. And make
Yeah.
sure to not
For
export
leaking my
your...
secret.
Make sure to not export your audition with the instrumentals. We want
Yes.
your raw voice recordings by themselves.
Yeah, if you don't send raw voice recordings, then we will cry. Who is that manly voice? That is our composer,
That
Rezion.
me.
That
Yeah.
be Rezi.
That me.
biggest boy. Yeah, but stop talking about Pastel Project that way, or you guys are gonna make me mad. You're so mean.
I know what I did when I made it.
No, it's just like YouTube all over again. Everyone calling him YouTube.
Don't you start
to
this.
stop. No, I'll do whatever I want.
Well, would you look at the time? My ribs are done. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, anyway, so we are going to end stream. Thank you all so much for joining us. Again, if you are a patron, we're going to be announcing some of the girls who are getting solo songs that are currently being worked on. Still no release dates or anything, but so if you'd like to have some of that information and want to be updated on those, we're going to start updating 2 times a month, probably. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but we're just probably going to do it around on the 15th and at the end of the month. So yeah, please consider becoming a patron for $1 to $10 a month. It'd really help us out and really help us to be able to fund Interlunium, and we will be posting more stuff there, so you can, look at it and be happy.
You'll be feeding us.
Yeah, you'll be helping us be able to pay the wonderful staff who do so many wonderful things. There's not going to be more male groups if you don't make the audition. Kerberos is the only planned male group, and I legitimately have no intention of adding another. So, boys, this is your only chance. Really, just anyone who wants to try out, this is your only chance, because,
Yeah.
boys
Go
and
for it.
girls,
Souls out there, guys.
non-binaries, all of y'all's, whatever you go by, this is your only chance.
Absolutely everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably
This
is your only chance.
chance.
So yeah, anyways, you guys have a good day. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the update from us, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.